Well, as you can tell, it wasn't really a good day today. Didn't see any coyotes.
But we did see a lot of bugs, which Jacob forgot to bring some gear for. Something that would have been very helpful would be this ghillie suit type pants. They help keep the bugs off you, and they're also really great for camouflage. Another thing that's really great for camouflage is this ghillie suit.
Also keeps you from bugs.
Yes. And
which Thomas didn't clean.
No, I did not. But another thing about this ghillie suit, which is really nice, is if you need to, you can attach things to it, and that'll help you blend in more with your surroundings. See, look, that's not coming off at all.
But another thing we did have tonight, which was a big factor in coyote hunting, is how you're gonna hunt coyotes if you don't have nothing to bait them in with. All right. What we have here is a Prey Master digital call. It's not wireless, which kind of sucks because usually you can take some out, you can put them in the field and just leave them there and turn this thing on. What this thing does, it's a rabbit squealer or whatever. I got that for Christmas. I really haven't used it much, but we used it once and we had a couple coyotes come out, but that was in the winter where they could actually see it, and it's got the white tip tail because coyotes, bunny rabbits and everything like that. It sits here and spins on this thing and it goes back and forth. I usually have it right next to my call because the call and the sound come from the thing that's moving. The coyotes, see that and they lock down on it and then they just take off after it. Which you want it maybe 50 yards out or 75 yards out, because coyotes, if you're hunting in the field, they're gonna come out right on the wood line, and sometimes they sit there and they just look at you, and you won't be able to see them until they step out. They sit there and they scan the field before they attack their prey most of the time. Usually when they're a group, they kind of come out in the field, they kind of get brave because they want to get to their food first. How I know this is because, well, Thomas kind of told me this because he's been hunting a while for coyotes, but I've been growing up hunting coyotes, and my family too. We've seen how coyotes react to different calls. What I like about this digital call is it's got rabbit in distress and coyote and gray fox fight, which we don't use here in Wisconsin very much, due to the fact that coyotes, well, if we do use it, it'd be good, sort of, but baby cottontail in distress and little rodent, because around here in Wisconsin, you get a lot of small critters, and the coyotes just go crazy over that kind of stuff because that's their main food around here. But well, that was my dad acting weird, but anyways, also what we got here is the scopes. We got a Bushnell scope here on my rifle. I got a 243 here, but before I get to the gun, I'm gonna have Thomas tell why binoculars are good for scanning the field before you actually find the coyote and make the shot.
Okay. Well, binoculars are especially good when you're hunting with multiple people. That way, Jake.
I'm sorry. Something underneath the table. It's weird. I just keep on going.
Okay. Well, binoculars here are very handy in when you're hunting with 2 or more people, because while one person has the rifle, they can look down their scope searching for a coyote, and the other person can scan the fields with binoculars.
Kind of like a spotter.
Yeah, exactly like a spotter.
So, all right, that brings me back to looking down your scope, aiming at a coyote. What I like about scopes, my choice of scopes is probably Bushnell. I rely on them a lot. That's the only thing I've had. I've had Savage for all my life with rifles. What I got here is for coyote hunting, which is really good because you don't know how many shots you'll be taking at a coyote, is Thomas has got a couple of these on his gun too. His gun isn't so sophisticated as mine, but
not even close.
Yeah, but he's got open sight, iron sights. So what I got here is bullet holder. That's what I call it anyways. I don't know what I should call it, but I got my 243 shells, Winchester. Rely on those a lot. You got 10 shells here, I think, if I can count. But I got my light on top here. It goes out about 150. This is spectacular if you're hunting after dark, because if you don't have a light, you're not going to see the coyotes. It actually goes out to about 300, but you won't be able to see the coyote. You'll be looking at their eyes. So when the coyote's locked on, if you have your call right next to you, the coyote's eyes will glow up, and you'll be able to make the shot right between the eyes. That's happened a couple times for me. I don't know about Thomas. Me and Thomas never really talked about coyote hunting until right now, but I got the Accu trigger on my rifle, which increases your accuracy like no other. What it is like a two trigger, like a pre-trigger kind of thing. You kind of press on the trigger. There's a trigger before it, and you just press very lightly. And when making the shot, it's always a good thing to breathe out when you're shooting, because when you shoot, you want to be totally relaxed when you make the shot. I got crosshairs in this. I don't have any beads on the bottom line. I got a magnification of 12 or 14. 12 or 14. It'd be 12, unfortunately. This goes out to about 350 yards. Like I said, I've shot 450 before. But again, Savage is the way to go. It's really accurate. They don't use them for snipers in the military, but for SWAT, they use low-profile guns like this for rubber bullets, because rubber bullets fly straighter. What I did put on the end of this gun is it's not really a silencer, but the vibrations of the barrel go through this, and it kind of quiets it down a little bit more. So I guess it's a really cheap silencer, I guess. But what I like about this also is it's for multiple purposes. What I like to do is take grass, put it on the end of it, and just slide it on there, so you got grass coming out the end of it. What I like here is when you lay down, you can steady the gun, and you look right straight down the gun, and it'd be nice and steady. You can pick off a rock from like 300 yards away if you want to. Like I said, it depends on the gun you have and how accurate you are and the way you shoot it. Alright, I got 123, please.
123?
Yeah, so adjust your scope.
Okay.
You got a bullet in there?
Do now. What? So Jake told me that this target here was about 120 yards out, so I adjusted my scope, put a chamber in the round, and did some tactical breathing, and then just let her rip. And my first shot ended up right about there, dead center mass. And then my second shot, I was a little more shaky because wasn't exactly used to the kick. And my second one ended up about the shoulder, arm area. But overall, 2 for 2 is still pretty good.
That sums it up for right now, but see you later.
Bye.
Try to keep that as much as going.
That was pretty good.